recording. Okay. All right, awesome. So, here we go. Welcome Brendan, Haven, Patrick, and Ellie to our new adventure, a Torrent of Misfortune. Before we start our journey together, let's all remind ourselves why we, the players, are here. We are here to create a beautiful and memorable tale together. We are here to make exciting memories, to form important relationships, and to experience a magical world as a magical, badass superhero. We are here to generate smiles and happiness and tension and relief and to laugh a lot. I say this because there will inevitably be a day for each of us where we just may not be vibing that day. We might be irked by another player, we might want to roll our eyes at the storyline the DM is trying to force down our throat, or we might want to quit altogether. This is not a possibility. This is going to happen for each of us at one point on some day. But when this happens, try to remind yourself that while today might be your day to feel sick of D&D, there are 4 other players who looked forward to that session all week. Please do what you can to be respectful of the other players, stay invested in your character for that session, and if need be, address any complaints outside of playtime. Please be respectful and do not use your phones during the session or otherwise disengage from play on your computer, as your disengagement will affect others' experience as well. I want to remind ourselves also that we are all, myself included, pretty much complete noobs here. We will make mistakes, fall into habits that a wiser player or DM would have learned to avoid, or in other ways harm the flow of the session and story. When you or someone inevitably makes such a mistake, remind yourself that it's unintentional. Withhold offhand comments, and of course never say disparaging comments to another character based off their character's decisions, unless it is clearly a motivated role-playing decision. Our shared intention is to create a great story for everyone to participate in, author, and enjoy, which requires collaboration, giving space to others to feel heard and valued, and compliments. Make sure to compliment each other when things go great, because that is going to really feel good. If you feel a player or myself needs to be reminded or gently guided away from a bad habit, please address this outside of the session. Lastly, D&D has rules made to create consistency and a third party of responsibility when it comes to consequences. These are not set in stone for us and may be bent at times in order to serve the flow of the story. That being said, the world we are about to enter is indeed a dangerous place. Your character is a hero, but they are not invincible, and they absolutely can die. I will not go out of my way to kill anyone. I love your characters way too much to do that, but I will not temper the reactions of the game world to suit your recklessness. Jump down pits and throw open doors and touch glowy magical objects at your own risk. Remember, you can perceive and investigate objects before putting yourself in harm's way. Now, does anyone else have anything they want to add with regards for their intention for the campaign, ways in which they prefer to communicate, or any concerns to bear in mind? Now's a good time to bring that up.
I have no concerns.
No concerns? No communication preferences? Nothing?
No.
All right. Then, without further ado, welcome Irtok, Elva, Penaeus, and Mgannet to a Torrent of Misfortune.
Yeah.
Hey.
When we got started, maybe we would have
So, to begin the campaign, we're going to begin it. Also one thing that I do want to bear in mind is that I've stolen a lot of ideas from all kinds of media, and just chill about that. If you recognize something that's obviously stolen, pretend.
So we start on a bus.
Everything nowadays.
So,
Totally
a
fine.
magical school bus.
It must be moving at 44 miles an hour the entire time, or it will explode.
But don't worry, it was only cans. It was only cans.
It's just
All right.
cans.
So
I feel like stealing is ultimately makes you and us as players more productive anyway.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Feeling inspiration. You got inspiration from other things.
I wish.
Inspired by these things. It's okay.
Right. So
I've made a career on stealing ideas. So
that's a good point.
That's
That's a good point. So the way that this is going to begin, the way that I've constructed the beginning of this campaign is sort of like an opening cutscene to a video game. So I'm going to basically be describing a scene that's going to involve some of the characters here, and you're not going to have control over your characters. This original part is pre-written. You'll know the moment that you get control over your character, and from then on, you will have complete control over your character. This is just to set up the coming together of everybody. So if after I give you full control of your character, you want to say, hey, actually, when Paul said I did this, I actually did something a little bit different. I didn't make any real choices for you guys, so it should be pretty chill. And that's going to be that. So I'm going to go ahead and begin now. Our story begins on a well-worn road made of yellow-orange sand, which slices through tall thickets of grass peppered with boulders, trees, and wildlife. The air is gentle and sweet, as it has been for decades, and the sun is beginning its eastward ascent into the sky. A pair of figures walks north along the road. Ahead of them to the north lie the foothills that form the outskirts of a massive and foreboding mountain range known as the Rim. The rim, quite far away to the north, was large enough to be visible along the horizon, appearing as overlapping and sheer slabs of upturned silver earth, creating almost impossibly sharp and fragmented folds, breaking up the semi-clouded sky. More immediately to the north is the wanderer's destination, the far more welcoming foothills, well-wooded and curling knurls of mossy earth with tall deciduous trees wonderful for creating an abundance of shelter for wildlife, both predator and prey. The wanderers are on their way to fulfill a duty of the town to the south in which they reside, Tasseltori. Tasseltori is a town trademarked by abundance and self-actualization. The pursuit and acquisition of knowledge, including mental, emotional, magical, spiritual, criminal, and physical knowledge, is the goal of all inhabitants of the large town of Tasseltori. It is a home to those of striking talent of any kind, who aim to share their talent and acquire the abundance of talent from those with whom they cohabitate. The abundance of talent was born of an abundance of sustenance, thanks to the Gorge of Cornucopus and the masterful agriculturalists who tamed the land of the gorge to produce enough food, drink, and water to feed the town of Tasseltori and all neighboring towns 10 times over. As such, there is often a surplus of food: meats, barley, wheat, corn, delicious berries and fruits, and the famous mushrooms of the gorge. Such an abundance would never be allowed to go to waste, so often it is the cherished and honored duty of the townsfolk to travel into the wilds and spread surplus in communion with the wildlife that supports, nurtures, and builds the beautiful landscape in which the glorious town of Tasseltori is seated. Our pair of wanderers was on just such a walkabout, strolling northward while hurling handfuls of nourishment into the tall waving grass, and occasionally into their own mouths. Their plan was to set up a full banquet feast in the wooded foothills for any passing wildlife to enjoy, hopefully for weeks to come. The wanderers sauntered side by side. On the left was a half-elf named Penaeus. Patrick, please describe Penaeus to the group.
Penaeus is so am I describing sort of like as me, or as like just me Patrick describing Penaeus? Okay, great.
Oh.
Penaeus is a half elf with flowing, beautiful orange locks. You'll notice a legion of pan flutes dangling around his belt, as this is his major proficiency. He doesn't walk with a limp, but he walks with a chip on his shoulder, and he knows his worth. He'll speak before he does anything, and he's quick to judge. This is Penaeus.
Wonderful, thank you. On the right was a drow named Elva. Haven, please describe Elva to the group.
So Elva is a tall, slender drow. Her skin is the color of charcoal with a hint of purple to it. So it's like a deep, deep purple. She has flowing white hair that when she's not focused on something, she lets loose, sometimes with a braid. But when she's really focused, she'll put it up into a bun. And she wears very revealing clothing because she loves her body and thinks she is sexy and likes to use her body to get what she wants and it from the people that she wants to. And she is she carries a whip with her as well to whip those people into
Okay.
Amazing.
She has lilac colored eyes as well. But due to her being on the surface for so long, she has adapted to being able to see out in the sunlight a bit better than most drows. So,
Excellent.
so
Awesome. So those are Penaeus and Elva. While the foothills were generally a welcome environment for visitors, Penaeus always carried with him a belt of healing potions when he left town, just in case something should go wrong and someone should sustain an injury tripping over a rock or maybe getting bit by an unsuspected rattlesnake. Conflict was on the rise in the foothills and the rim, or so it was rumored. So Penaeus, you actually have, I've added into your inventory, 5 potions of healing.
Okay, great.
Suddenly, the breezy air was sliced by the unmistakable sound of struggle. The two paused to see whether the sound was coming from the training grounds in Tasseltory to the south. But after a moment's focus, they knew with certainty that this conflict was genuine and occurring less than 500 feet north of their present location. Several voices shouted over one another, and the clashing of weapons soon followed. As quickly as the cacophony had started, the sound of conflict ceased, but for the aftergrunts of the assaulting brutes. In the distance, Penaeus and Elva were able to see the top of a large figure just as it descended into a cellar staircase into what appeared to be an underground cavern of some sort. When the coast was clear, the two approached the scene of the assault and stealthily investigated the aftermath of the conflict. Penaeus and Elva, please make a perception check.
what do I roll? How do I do that?
Perfect. So open up your character sheet, go to skills, and select perception. Grab the plus whatever it is and roll it into the box.
Oh yeah, I rolled a 9. Oh shit, I rolled 22.
All right, great. And Penaeus?
Woo! Our first roll of the game!
Our first roll of the game was a damn good one.
It was!
And Penaeus with a 12. Great. Excellent. All right, so that's a success. So the two of you are both able to see, tossed in a ditch and left for dead. You found what appeared to be a ragged half-orc. Penaeus and Elva, please now make an investigation check on the half-orc. Great.
Looks like one of us might be better at investigating than the other one.
My dice are loaded, sorry.
Let the record show I did investigate, just not successfully.
Investigated, but I found nothing.
I looked into it. I didn't see it.
Penaeus says, look, a dead dog. And Elva says, no, that's not a dog. That's a half-orc. They see that the half-orc had a holy amulet dangling from his armor, the sign of a cleric, a healer, beaten and left for dead. There had to be some explanation. Penaeus took a potion of healing and tipped it into the unconscious half-orc's mouth. After mere seconds, the half-orc sputtered, coughed some of the potion up into the air, splashing Penaeus right in the eyes. The half-orc sat up, thanked them, and introduced himself. So first, Patrick, please remove 1 healing potion from your inventory. So just click on the 5 and type 4. And let me know when you've got that finished.
Inventory?
You can make that bigger too.
Yeah.
Potion of healing?
Mm-hmm.
It says 0.5.
Inventory.
Oh, there we go. I just
On the
changed it
left?
before, either way.
On the left side is
Oh,
how
wait.
many
Yep.
you're carrying?
Yep. I fucked something up then. Hold on. We'll change that back to 0.5. And that'll be 4. Okay, great.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Excellent. You did that well. All right, great. So the half-orc sat up, thanked them, and introduced himself. Brendan, please describe Irtok.
So Irtok is about 6'11", very large gut on this guy. He looks pretty old, like a geezer, although he's in fact only 40 years old. He's got an olive skin, all kinds of metal hardware, piercings in his nose and face and eyebrows, brown eyes. His right eye is, he doesn't have much of a pupil. It's just a lot of like undilated color. He's got these old man gray mutton chops, and he's balding, but has sort of like horseshoe pattern baldness locks, white silvery locks on the back of his head. And he's got some gnarly tusks, and as you find him, he's wearing chainmail armor, holding shield, and strapped with a mace.
Excellent. Irtok then informed Penaeus and Elva that inside of the cavern was a crypt that these bandits were pillaging. They had taken a young gnomish girl as a prisoner, and that he had to go back to rescue her, even if it meant he would be killed in the process. Penaeus and Elva agreed to assist Irtok in saving the young girl, but as they turned toward the entrance of the crypt, Irtok stopped them, informing them he knew of a more secretive rear entrance to the crypt. The three walked over the curled and mossy rock, brushed aside some thickets, and revealed a small 6-foot by 6-foot tunnel burrowing into the earth. With some trepidation, the three descended into the dank and dark tunnel, which eventually opened up into a larger, cavernous opening before breaking into a small but unmistakably man-made room. The girl is being held prisoner in a room nearby. Save her. So,
Nah, we can leave her. It's fine.
here we go.
Are the characters free now?
Hold on.
Oh, so if you want some information about.
There we go.
Here's
All right.
this
Crypt.
size.
You now have control over your characters. If you need reminders of how to move around and operate, or if something seems wrong, I can't see what you guys see.
Oh my goodness.
So-
Zoom in here.
Yep. So you zoom in with the scroll wheel, and you pan by clicking the scroll wheel and moving it around. Someone's targeting a lot of people right now. That's
Alright.
okay. That's all right.
I should back up your talk, okay?
So
I was just trying to move my character, and it sent all these targets everywhere.
I moved mine and it seems to be counting stuff.
Drag it to recenter.
Press and hold the wheel.
wheel.
Yeah,
Okay.
like that. Oh, there we go.
Thank you.
oh, I see why. I believe I accidentally locked your character. So now you should have free. Do you have free movement?
Yes, I do.
Excellent. All right, hang on while I switch
Like
the
that.
recording scene over.
Oh, this is cool. Don't
Excellent.
look at
Okay.
somewhere else.
All right.
Yeah.
So Irtok knows where Irtok knows where the young girl is being held prisoner, and that's all. So go ahead, you guys. What would you like to do?
Okay.
Well, I'd say you follow me.
Oh.
I would like to urge the group to leave. We don't know this chick. It's dark
Yeah,
in here.
Penaeus and I like kind of talk with each other and be like, should we really be down here? Like,
I don't think we belong down here. I'm with you.
like, why are we following? Why did we work down here?
Are you afraid of getting a little bruise?
Moments ago, we were frolicking in a field, eating, having a great time, getting some sun, and now I'm one potion down. I'm in a dark cave, and I'm looking for some chick that I've never met.
And I'm not afraid of getting bruised, but I'm usually the one causing the bruises. So, just an FYI.
I am afraid of getting bruised.
Yeah, your gentle little skin there. Yeah, you're just squishy.
I'm a performer.
You're not going to get anything if you don't suffer a little in life.
Oh, I've suffered plenty.
Get what?
All right.
What could this person have? Do they have something delicious that we can eat, or something fantastic we can drink, or maybe a prize? Is there a prize of some kind?
Are you involved in helping her?
All right, fine. Let's go.
Follow me or not, I don't care.
I'm following Penaeus mainly because I think he's just going to get himself hurt.
I'm following Irtok because he is gigantic.
And
Like
this is the right way, right?
Correct. Yep. To the left, actually.
To the left, to the left.
So, Brendan, you should be able to hover your mouse over that door and click on it to open it. Yep. There you go.
Yeah.
And inside of the room, you can see through the jail cell bars is a young gnomish girl sitting on a bed with a suspicious blood stain and then small bloody footprints leading into the jail cell. Ellie.
Bed. She's got a bed. She's fine.
Ellie, please describe Mgannet to the group.
Mgannet is a little gnome girl. She's about 18 years old, and gnomes mature around the same time that humans do, even though they live for like 300 to 500 years. So she's, fresh out of adolescence. She's got red hair. It's usually in pigtail braids. She's nice and freckled. She usually has some sort of dirt on her face. Yeah, she's a little impulsive risk taker. She likes to tell tales. She's she's short. She's about 3 feet tall. Yeah, and her name's Mgannet, kind of like Mbop, but Mgannet.
So do you have any reaction to these people coming into the room?
Who's that? Are you here to save me?
No, do you have money?
A small British girl.
I don't have money, but I would be ever so grateful if you could rescue me from this horrid dungeon.
Why are you bloody?
Oh my! Well, there was a fight when they were putting me in here, and I got hurt. Look at my arm. I got a little bruise there. I got hurt.
You don't bleed from bruises.
I don't trust this chick. I would like to rebubble up my proposition that we leave.
I don't know. Please, I'll be ever so grateful. I'll do anything. Just break me free of this horrid place.
Irtok is going to reach back and slam the door shut and say, "We're not going anywhere. Now where's the bad boys?"
Where's the what?
Bad boys.
The bad boys?
The naughty boys, they're at the brothel. That's...
Yeah.
I can take you there. I own it. We can go. It's fine.
That question was directed at Mgannet.
What's the question?
Where did they go?
I can't quite hear you. You shut the door on me. Oh wait, you're back in. Okay. Well, the bad boys. I think I could be really helpful in attacking them if you just get me out of here first. Just try to. There's. You just gotta get me out of this little cage thing I'm in, and then I could help you.
Okay. Fine. Let's get this chick out of here. Whatever.
So if it's not
Thank
clear, the black portion of that rectangle you're seeing represents the bars, and Penaeus, you're currently standing in front of the door, which you actually just closed.
So it's open.
So it's been open this whole time while she's been talking to us. And
So
we
when
just
you
stand-
This gate has been open.
when you approach the door, you realize that it was not locked. It was open already.
Okay,
seems
so
this little pipsqueak.
I'm starting to notice that Mgannet's kind of stupid because she's in an unlocked cage.
As the three of you, or excuse me,
These are
now
red flags.
as the four of you, hang out in here and try and assess the situation and try and understand what's happening. You suddenly hear a large rumbling, tumbling, crumbling of the cavern that you entered into the crypt from.
Oh, great. Now we're stuck.
What?
This this cavern has collapsed behind you, and you're now inside of the crypt, unable to leave in the way that you came. The crumbling sound also seems to have alerted the current inhabitants, and you hear muffled shouting and what sounds like orders being given somewhere outside of the door.
Awesome.
Outside of the door that we came through.
Outside of the room that you're in.
Okay. Well, Irtok, you closed that door. You want to stand in front of it so no one can come in here, or we just gonna let them?
I thought that was the door where we heard crumbling.
No, you heard crumbling. The cave that you entered in from in the previous room.
Gotcha.
The previous room that you entered the crypt from has collapsed. You can go and investigate it if you'd like.
Yeah, I'd love to go and investigate.
First,
see
I'm
what's-
going to I'm gonna give Penaeus a little shove on the shoulder and say, "Are you ready, little boy?"
No, I'm not ready. You
I knew
locked
that.
us in a room with a prisoner who's in an unlocked cave. Now,
She's either tricking us.
Oh, was it? Oh, I didn't realize.
we're all going to die in here. I'd
So-
like to remind the entire group of that.
Well, you better sack up real quick. And Irtok is going to cast Bless on everyone in the room.
Great. So, do you know how to select targets? Also, again, you can leave the cage if you want. Oh, thank you for putting bless into
You
the.
know, you weren't ever locked in there to begin with. You liar.
All right. You were right. I knew it was unlocked. It's just sometimes it's more fun when someone else rescues you. You know, I'm good at rescuing myself, but every once in a while I just want somebody else to come and get and take me away. So, I thought I'd just wait here for a little bit after I'd figured out how to pick the lock and I took care of those guards.
Did you believe that the orc was going to be your knight in shining armor?
I thought maybe. Would have been nice, but now that you guys have all ruined the scenario, I guess I'll just come out here with you guys and figure out how to get the hell out of here.
Outside of the door, you hear a muffled.
You check on the prisoner. See what she's up to.
Yeah.
Brendan,
This is-
good
this
job
is not
casting
looking
bless
good.
on everybody. Bless is in the chat, by the way, if anybody wants to see what it does. I've also cleared the targets for you, Brendan. as well.
Thank you.
If anybody ever wants to clear their previous targets, on the top bar of the of Fantasy Grounds, you'll see a target with a slash through it, and if you hover over it, it says clear targets. So if you target a bunch of people and then attack them, you can clear those targets before your next turn. A reminder that you hold control and click on a token in order to target them. So, all right. So you hear that muffled cry from outside. What do you do?
I would like to, before we do anything else, because it feels as though we're entering a battle situation. I would like to cast Bardic Inspiration on the group to keep us safe.
Great. Bardic Inspiration is a single target, so you'll
Okay.
want to cast that on one individual.
I feel like I'll be casting that on Irtok because he seems to be really jazzed about going into this fight, and I'd really like to make sure that he feels fantastic about it.
Okay, great. So you're going to cast.
Inspire him. Do you? What do you dance? Do you sing? Do you twerk? Like
I will be walking up to him, grabbing him by the shoulders as best I can, and speaking words of inspiration and beautiful wisdom to give him the power he needs to confront these enemies.
I'm having a hard time
Irtok,
visualizing. Can you just
Irtok, you can do this, okay? You see these people? Do you see me? I'm not built for battle. You are built for battle. You can do this, okay? Because if you don't do this, we are going to die. So you can do this. I need you to man the fuck up, and I need you to get this done. Boom.
All right, great. So go ahead and.
Wow. Irtok's gonna go.
His sound looks.
So go ahead and cast.
Irtok goes. I'm sorry I shoved you, lad.
I appreciate it.
Great.
How do I?
So I've placed Bardic Inspiration in the chat for anybody who wants to know what it is, and then you can. The way that I have your character sheet set up in the Actions tab is that under Mode, if you click on that, it will change it. You can select Combat or Standard, and then on Display is Actions. This is nice because there's just a button next to each thing that you would click in order to do it. Correct. Perfect. So it sounds like you did a great job there. And Brendan, you now have been inspired for the next.
And I click the little check for inspiration, right?
No, that's a different type of inspiration. That's a different type of inspiration. Bardic Inspiration works slightly differently. You can check it for now since we don't have the other type of inspiration going right now, but you should be able to see I'll wait, but you'll be able to see shortly. Yeah.
Okay.
So hopefully, can you guys click on those links in the chat and see what Bardic Inspiration is? And I wonder if one of them works and the other one doesn't.
They both work for me.
They both work for you. Do they both work for everyone else?
Yeah.
Sorry, what did you ask?
Oh, I see it. The little thing. Yeah.
Because we were having that issue that one time where like some of the links didn't work properly. So I just wanted to check to make sure if ever there's a link in the chat that you can't see and you want to read it, let me know. And I think if who owns the books, places it into the chat, everybody can see it. So anyways, so Brendan, you have 10 minutes to use add a D6 to affect an attack roll or a saving throw or an ability check before the DM says whether or not it's a success. Sound good?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, you guys are getting all amped up. It's nice.
And Irtok is going to say, thank you, let's go. And he's going to bang on the door as hard as he can.
Bang on the door.
Yeah.
Okay, so you bang on the door and from the outside, the door, someone says, "Who's there?" Who is it? Wait, Who the hell's banging on the door? She should be in jail. The door is thrown open. Are you guys all where you want to be?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
The door is thrown open,
Position.
and you're greeted by
I'm not scared.
you're
This
greeted
cutie
by
boy.
a bandit who is standing here, ready for battle. And
Shocker.
in the distance, some of you can see the other combatants who are off towards the door. One is another almost identical looking bandit, followed by a very tall and muscular orc who is holding a pet panther on a leash. So the P is a
What?
panther. Yeah, that's correct. Right now, you have a bandit directly in front of you. Everybody, open up your combat tracker in the top right. You'll see crossed swords. Open that up, and then roll initiation. The combat tracker will help you keep track of combat, obviously. So go ahead and roll initiative.
We do that through our character sheet, right?
Yes, you can roll initiative through your character sheet.
Under in the main thing.
Yep.
Oh.
So in your character, yes, perfect. A reminder that at the bottom of Fantasy Grounds, there's a hotbar with 12 open slots on it. You can place anything that you'd like on the hotbar, and it will be available at a click. So initiative is a good idea there. And if you very frequently attack and do damage with the same weapon, that it might be a good idea to put your attack roll and damage roll on the hotbar down there. You can also
How do you?
Mhm.
Sorry. Go ahead. How do you add them?
So
hotbar?
anytime you see the red dragon head in Fantasy Grounds, that indicates a clickable and draggable, droppable link. You can drag and drop that red dragon head into the chat in order to share information about it with the group, or onto the hotbar in order to see what the deal is with that.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Great.
So how would you do that with initiative if it doesn't have a dragon?
Oh, okay. So also any dice. Good point. Yeah, my bad. It's not just the dragon. Any dice roll that you would click. So anything that's clickable.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, like your attack roll and damage rolls are separate clickable objects in the actions. Same with your initiative at the very on your main character sheet at the beginning. Excellent. All right. Everybody good?
Good.
Combat begins. Mgannet, you're up first.
All right. I would like to take my movement to move in front of this bandit.
Sure.
And then I have my 2 daggers,
You do.
one in each hand.
Yes. Let me
And I'm
just...
going, let's
on.
see. Can I sneak attack?
No, the bandit, because of what Irtok did, is very well aware of your...
Yeah, that's true.
of your-
But they can't see
So-
me like right here, right? Well, that's fine.
No, he's
doors-
looking straight into your eye sockets and is not distracted.
Now he's looking at me. Yes. Okay.
And
so yeah, I'm
Mgannet,
just gonna.
just so you know,
Yeah.
I've placed one of the daggers into your offhand because if you're holding 2 weapons at the same time, you can make an attack with both. It will be a separate attack roll for each, and the offhand weapon will not add your dexterity modifier to the damage. It's just a straight D4. All of that is now reflected in your actions tab. I've changed it so you can see your 2 daggers. One of them does D4 plus 3. The other just does D4. You roll separate
Amazing.
attacks for each hand.
And
Okay. So I'm gonna.
remember, you've all got bless.
And everybody's
So-
got bless, which means that I think it will automatically add a D4 to your attack roll automatically.
Let's try it. I'm gonna stab him.
All right, so you're going to stab him. So make sure to target him by holding control and clicking.
Okay.
Great job.
He is.
And go ahead and roll an attack roll with each weapon. That's a damage roll, so you want to roll an attack roll. You need to see whether or not you hit first. There you go. Great. So you miss. You rolled a natural 1. So your first roll, was that with your primary hand weapon?
It was. Does that, and it's not adding the D4 from Bless.
It is. I can see it added the D4. It's a 1 plus 4 plus 5 is 10. Yep. So it added the D4 automatically, but you rolled a natural 1. First attack roll of the game is a critical miss.
Great.
So,
Fantastic.
yeah. So,
Right. Rescue this chick and he can't even stab.
let's
There's a guy
try
right in front of him.
with
Like, right
my
there.
offhand.
so go
Red
ahead
flag.
and roll an attack with
Another
your
red flag.
offhand now.
Should have stayed upstairs.
And that's going to be
Hit 'em.
a hit. So now go ahead and roll damage with your offhand. Great roll. 4 damage. Oh, whoops. Yeah. Oh, you know that. 4 damage to the bandit. The bandit still stands. He's definitely a little pissed off that you stabbed him with a dagger, and you stabbed him kind of like in the thigh. Yeah, you whiffed with the first. You went like you did maybe like a double, and the forearm just like hit him, and the dagger went behind him, type of thing. But the second one, you got him right in the thigh, so he's like a little upset about that, but nothing that a bandit hasn't seen before. So he's like, "Fuck." Cool.
It's a good effort.
Irtok, you are now up.
All right. Irtok is going to. Oops. Move.
Oh, I'm sorry.
right-
Excuse me. Sorry. Mgannet, did you want to continue your movement, or did you want to end your turn? I'm sorry.
No, because if I move away from him now, it's an attack of opportunity, right?
That's correct. Yep.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna stay there.
Okay.
Did
can
you
move
did
within
you
his-
automatically end the turn?
I did.
Is that you did that? Okay, cool.
Yep.
I was like, how did it know?
Yeah.
You could also move without leaving his melee range.
Yes. His melee range is 5 feet, so any
Is that
square
right?
that's
Oh.
directly next to him.
And I think my movement's 25, so I could move like, let's see, 3 more.
You've already moved 5 feet.
Yeah. No, I'll stay there because I don't want to get in anyone else's way.
Okay. Irtok, you're now up.
Cool. I'm gonna go and surround him.
Great.
I'm gonna do the old whack. with
You're
the
going to do the
mace.
old whack with a mace.
Mace whack.
All right. Mace whack to the
Whack.
back.
A good old back whack.
Good old back whack. So be sure to target him first.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Should I redo that?
Yep.
I think so. You can either do control and click on them, or if you go in target mode and then click.
All right.
Okay.
You rolled a
nice.
15. That's a hit. So go ahead and roll mace damage on bandit number 1. All right, 3 damage. So you whack this dude right in the back of the head. He's got a helmet on, but you really you rustled his jimmies, and he's hurting for sure.
Nice.
Anything else you'd like to do? Your talk. You
Um,
just have movement remaining.
yeah. I mean, I think I could probably do a bonus action, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to end my turn there.
Cool. So with regards to bonus actions, I still don't totally understand them, but what I understand is that each person has, I misspoke previously, you have an action, movement, and a reaction per turn. Bonus actions need to be specifically delegated by something that you have. However, things like shouting to someone or whatever are just not even considered anything you can do, like very simple things. I flip a switch, I close a door. Those don't cost anything and wouldn't be considered bonus action. Bonus action, I guess, is a category. I still don't totally understand it, but it's like a category of actions that will be specified about something that you can do. Like, for example, Mgannet's offhanded stab is considered a bonus action. Cool.
Yeah,
So
and a lot of cleric spells are bonus actions.
okay, great. Great.
So it basically gives you like more utility within your turn. And something that the way I understood reactions is a little different than what you said, is that each player gets one reaction per round.
Per round, yeah.
Oh, I thought you said turn.
Same thing, I guess. Like, yeah, your reaction per round is more accurate, though. You're exactly correct.
Or
So
we
every
need
character
turn,
in the
yeah.
whole game, including the NPCs, have one reaction. So, for example, if an attack of opportunity is used, would be considered a reaction on one character, another character can freely enter and exit that NPC's melee range without invoking a second attack of opportunity. Because they already spent their reaction time swiping at someone else. For context, I think that each round of combat is considered 6 seconds of real time. So that's like the speed this is happening. Everyone's kind of doing everything all at once. All right. Irtok's
Also,
turn.
I think we're getting another echo
Oh, really?
from
A
Misbehaving.
little bit.
Or what?
From I think we're picking up Paul on your microphone again.
Well, maybe Paul's being too loud.
Can you potentially turn down your microphone sensitivity?
Yours turned down a little bit.
Okay. Great. All right.
I think because we were making noise, it like activated.
Yeah, it
Our
picks
mic.
up when we're making noise, and then it'll pick up over there. But if we're quiet, then
that makes
fine.
sense.
We'll stop smudging.
All right, next up is Penaeus. Penaeus, you are up.
Oh, Penaeus.
I mean,
I want to go back to frolicking in the field. Like,
yeah, I'd love to use my teleport spell and get out of here.
I don't think you have a teleport spell.
I'm well aware of that. Thank you,
Okay.
Dungeon Master.
yeah.
Okay. I'd like to run over to the bandit, and I'd like to use my dagger.
Is that it? That
This-
sounded like a comma.
No,
Okay.
Hold on. I have questions. So this is one of how many bandits? There's 2 bandits and an orc with a fucking panther.
I
Right?
don't know. I don't know. Maybe peek around that door and see for yourself.
Am I able to ask the other characters what they can see?
Sure, go ahead. Shout it. How many? Whatever.
Hey guys, what do you see over there? Because I'm kind of in the dark in the corner. I just want to know what I'm really getting into. No, hey, but now we can't hear you at all.
Yeah, now it's not.
One of my
at all.
one of my compatriots has gone mute.
Irtok will say, "He's right next to me."
Okay, not helpful. Your talk. Thank you. Great. So,
I mean, I was thinking you could hear my voice, maybe.
no,
Yeah.
I hear you. I just just are there
Are you
you
staying?
know what? Yeah, I'm gonna run over and I'm gonna save the day here, okay? Because it appears as though you guys are just not putting in the effort. So I'm gonna run over to this bandit.
There's 3 of them.
There's 3 of them.
There's
Do
2
they
of them
look-
and a panther. Oh, yeah. It's a
Okay,
big
are they
old,
pretty?
it's a big old cat.
All right, that's enough.
Okay.
That's everything that you can communicate in with your time here. You can't
That's
have a
quick.
full blown like recon
Its
session.
hit points are this.
Yeah. Should have
Yeah.
creaked the door open discreetly if you wanted to do that, but no, you're in the thick of battle now.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna sprint over to this thing, and I'm gonna attempt to stab it in the chest with my dagger.
You're gonna stab it in the chest with your dagger.
That's correct.
Okay, to this bandit here.
Yeah, to
That's-
this bandit
yep.
right here. that I'm
Okay,
gonna
go
target.
ahead
Okay.
and great.
So I need to
So
move first.
yeah, go ahead and move your
Yeah, okay.
character over there. It's 15 feet. Yeah, and
Oh.
You've got to stay
and
there
now,
and stab
now you
where
can probably catch a glimpse.
Can I stab here or no?
Yeah,
I need to.
you can stab from there.
I can stab from here. This
Mhm.
is stabbable. Okay, great.
Mhm.
So then now which one am I rolling here?
So now go into your character sheet, roll the attack roll. So that's going to be the
Make
one
sure
on the
you
left.
target.
Oh yeah, thank you.
No, you were targeting. Yep,
Target.
you're doing
Okay,
good.
great.
Yep.
So one on the left. It's is it this?
That's the one. Yeah, great. All right, your dagger has stabbed him in the chest. Let's see how well you stabbed him. Now go ahead and roll your damage.
I'm gonna go ahead and take care of this guy real quick for you guys.
Wow. Penaeus, describe the carnage.
Here's what took place. So, and I can only tell you from my perspective. I'm sure you guys perceived it completely differently, but here's what happened to me. Okay. As I ran over, I made eye contact with each one of you and I scowled like, you guys fucked this up. And as I jumped in the air, I took my dagger out and I plunged it down on a 90-degree angle directly into his chest. And as that happened, a goo flashed out and it hit somewhat me, but not entirely because I was shielded by the dagger itself. And it sprayed around me, creating like a circle of goo. And whoever was kind of there, it hit them with goo. And so as I plunged the dagger in, I then pulled the dagger out. I saw that he was dying, and I spit in his hole, in his dagger hole. And then as I pulled out the dagger, I licked it, and then I put it back into my thing.
All right. So go ahead and roll a Constitution check. I'm just kidding. All right, excellent.
I luckily being behind Penaeus did not get any goo on
No,
me.
you're gooless. So to be clear, this goo is not blood. It is like...
What is goo? Yeah.
No, this isn't blood. This looked different. I'm telling you, I've seen blood. This was goo.
This was some kind of goo. All right.
Yeah, this was a
And
goo. It was very
Irtok will
viscous.
say, "You still wish you were frolicking."
Yes, I do. Because I didn't even get goo on me, and I still wish I was up above eating berries.
Oh my god. All right. Congratulations. You have killed the bandit.
Thank you.
Excellent. All right. Next up.
First death of the game.
Next up.
First kill. I knew I liked you.
Next
Feels
to
good.
act is the bandit across the room. The large orc lets out a guttural shout. He says, "Oh, there's that pussy ass cleric. Get him, boys!" And he sends the bandit racing in Irtok's direction.
Uh-oh.
And
You go to the combat tracker.
Uh-huh.
That
I figured
bandit
it too.
Goes all the way over there. Here he comes.
That's a lot of movement.
all right. 6 squares. That's as far as he gets. And that ends the bandit's turn. He's brandishing some sort of a curved sword. Irtok, your back is to him currently.
Uh-oh.
Next up is the panther.
Okay.
And the panther...
Not to be mistaken with me, because I stupidly
Have a
chose a
panther.
panda picture for no reason other than to be a troll.
I like it. That's pretty.
Oh, I guess I could change it.
The panther, additionally, now will run towards Irtok, given that Irtok is the closest to him, and is just able to reach with its current speed. So it's going to run over, is able to pass and still reach Irtok, and is going to attempt a claw attack.
As it does it, he goes, right.
Which hits Irtok. You are going to take 6 points of damage And you'll notice, and your bless succeeded. You had to make a concentration check as you took damage. You've taken 6 damage, and you've now actually also need to make a strength saving throw because the panther is attempting to pounce on you. So go ahead and make a strength saving throw.
I succeeded my constitution
You succeeded your concentration check, yes.
concentration check.
Yep.
It does that automatically?
It does it automatically anytime you take damage or in other ways. Yeah, anytime you take damage. Very cool.
So just a regular strength.
Regular strength save.
To see if it like pushes them to the ground. Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Okay.
Oh,
So the panther pounces onto your back with its claws, digging into your back and knocking you flat on your face. It then makes a bite attack against you as well.
Damn. That's getting fucked up.
presumably a disadvantage
Um,
or advantage for you.
no, just a standard bite.
Okay.
You missed.
14
And
fails.
he bites down, but the chainmail on your back protects you from the wound.
go.
So, Brendan, you are now prone. Excuse me, Irtok, you are now prone. So let me get that effect and add it onto you. You are now prone. If anybody needs to know what... Oops, never mind. By the way, I'm screwing up a little bit here, but I'll just go ahead and fix it. Let me see if I can look up what prone does exactly. But basically, I think anybody...
Can you explain to the class what prone is?
Right.
Also, I'm realizing probably could have added my bardic inspiration to my strength check,
Oh, yes.
but it's too late for that.
I should have given you a little more time there, but yeah, it would be before or after. It definitely wouldn't have helped. You rolled a 4 on your strength check, so
Right.
yeah, you weren't gonna make it. Sorry.
So now you still have that though. It's not just like on your thing. You can like choose where you put it.
Choose where you put what?
Like your bardic inspiration. Like it's not just on like your next roll. It's like
No, it's within the
Up to
next
you.
10 minutes. So the next
Okay,
10
sorry.
minutes. I'm not exactly sure where to look up exactly what prone does, to be quite frank, except for in the PHP, which I can do during Elva's turn. So next
I
up
can look it up
is...
if you want attention.
What's that?
I can look it up for you.
Oh,
if you
thank
want.
you. Great. So that concludes the Panther's turn. Next up is Elva.
What's up?
Miss your tower.
It's your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to use my movement.
Yes.
Do we know what my movement? How do I know what my movement is?
On your main character sheet, it'll say.
Your speed is 30.
Oh shoot, I can go so far.
So each square is 5 feet. But because you have to pass through a square that's occupied by another character, that's considered difficult terrain and costs double movement. So right now, if you're wanting to move into battle, you have 5 squares of movement because you'll have to pass through Penaeus.
I can still move right.
That is totally fine. Yep.
I can count. What is counting? Okay. I appreciate the panther for its beauty and hate that I'm going to have to cause harm to such a majestic apex predator. And I apologize to it in advance for doing this. Even though I have no reason really, because I don't really care that it's attacking this orc, because I still don't know who the hell this orc is and why I followed him in here. I just want to go home. But For some reason, I feel the need to stop this orc from taking damage and anybody else being attacked by this stupid panther. Even though it's not stupid, it's actually very majestic and beautiful. Way more beautiful than even me, and I'm gorgeous. So I'm going to attempt to hit it with my whip. So I'm going to do my...
Oh, make sure to target it first.
Oh, yeah. Target. Right-clicking it, targeting it?
No, control, click to target it.
There.
Perfect.
Nice.
Great job.
And rolled, and it's a 15.
No, you have to re-roll.
Do it again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That was just a test whip.
Right.
I pulled it out and went, what pow?
Yeah.
So everybody can hear the whip noise.
Yeah, right. You went...
Exactly.
That was my bonus action to just intimidate with that.
Right. Sick. Love that. You hit the fucking shit out
I
of
hit the
this
shit out of that panther.
You fucking
Oh my
whipped it
God.
right in his butthole. All right, go ahead and
Oh, no.
roll the damage.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
All right. Great job.
Wait. Okay, yeah, I do have the effects. Okay.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's all set up for
Nice.
you.
Well,
Perfect.
plus I have an effects too because of my fighting style.
Yes. Yep. And it's all factored in here, which is fantastic because you rolled minimum damage but still dealt 6 damage. Or
Still always, I rolled a nat 1.
yeah, on a D4, but yeah. So 6. Cool. So you've damaged the panther, and would you like to use? You have one more square of movement if you'd like to use it. If you move away from the panther, it would provoke an attack of opportunity from the panther.
I just want to ride the panther out of here. I stand on top of the panther. And
It
just
suddenly has
ride.
flashbacks to the circus that it was once a part of after you whipped it. A magical saddle appears on its back.
No, I'm just gonna use my emotions to convey to it that I'm really sorry that I have to do this, and that it's a beautiful, majestic animal and doesn't deserve this, and it's fighting for the wrong side, and I'm just gonna try to coax it to come over to our side, which is not gonna work, but wishful thinking.
Great.
So, and then I'm gonna end my turn.
All right. Awesome.
You can make an animal check.
What?
That would take an action.
Yes.
Yeah. And I don't know if animal handling works on hostile animals. I mean, you can try, but it's trained to. It would be hard.
No,
It would be very hard to break the training and the bond that it has with the orc, who's like, done whatever.
Stupid orc. Let's kill the orc real quick. Let's all just gang up on that orc, and then we'll coax the panther and be like, "Come with us. It'll be fine."
Oh yeah, we still.
Great. So, next up is the orc. The orc in the distance says, "Oh, you pathetic little weaklings. All right, let me show you how it's done." And he's actually going to remain standing right here and hurl a javelin. He's gonna pull out a javelin and throw it at Elva.
And I go, "Javelin me, daddy, ooh woo."
And you say, "Javelin me, daddy." And he's
Ooh, woo.
and he's a little distracted. And he goes, "What the fuck?" And so he has disadvantage. No, but he actually, because you're quite far away, he will have disadvantage on this. So he throws the javelin towards you and still hits. So you will take. Whoops, wrong die. There we go. You take 3 damage. From the orc.
Owie.
Owie. Oops, it looks like you took 6 for some reason. You should only have 3. Right? Did you get damaged already, Elva?
How do I check my damage?
No, just like, do you remember getting hit by
No, I
something?
haven't been hit before.
Right, she hasn't been hit yet. Okay, cool. I think I accidentally rolled it twice. All right, great. That concludes the first round of combat. Back up to the top of the order, we now have Mgannet. You are up, and there's this kind of congested hallway in front of you, and the Panther, which is currently pinning Irtok face down, Elva brandishing her whip, the other bandit who is sprinting towards you with a curved sword drawn, and the orc in the distance who's just tossed the javelins right into Elva, but she was like, whatever.
It's fine.
My arm.
So,
well-
Mgannet, also let me remind you of the triggers for sneak attack, which you have as rogue. If a enemy combatant is currently targeting or focused on another creature within their melee range, you have sneak attack on them because they are. You don't necessarily need to only trigger sneak attack based off of stealthing up to somebody and assassinating them. You can attack a creature that is attacking someone else, and that will trigger sneak attack.
Okie dokie.
Not to influence your
that panther has its sights on sweet baby Irtok down there, so I'm going to use sneak attack on this panther.
So the way that sneak attack works is you're going to walk up to the panther. If you'd like, you'll roll an attack. You still have to roll an attack. You don't.
Can I stab him over Irtok?
No.
I go like here.
Yeah, like
You can go diagonal.
Yeah, you can go diagonal. That's perfect.
Okay.
Great. So go ahead and roll. You want to target the panther.
Mm-hmm.
Great. So make sure that you target the panther.
Got
Yep.
it.
And then go ahead and roll an attack roll onto the panther.
Do I have to add sneak attack?
No, that's a damage roll. So just go ahead and roll the attack. Mhm.
Okay. Got it.
So you want to do
This
that
one.
one? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you've missed. So go ahead and so no damage there. Go ahead and roll your attack
You still
roll.
have bless?
Yeah, bless is factored in. She rolled a 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Roll with your offhand. If you'd like to attack with your offhand weapon. And it's a natural 1, so it's an automatic miss. All right.
Mgannet is not doing too well.
No.
Just lost this chick in the cell. Oh, yeah.
It's you.
Coming out.
Oops. I got no.
I'm standing there looking
I guess,
at her
yeah, I-
javelin. And
I'm
you
like, I
can't
swear I'm
stab.
not. I swear I'm usually much better at this.
You're gonna
Yeah.
miss the panther. Right
I
there.
missed panther. I just, I burped.
That's gonna happen.
Would you
Sneezed
like-
right at the. Trying to stab him and it threw me off. So sorry. End my turn.
Ending your turn. Great. Moving on to Irtok, who's currently prone. Did you look up what prone was?
Yeah, prone is my only movement option is to crawl unless I stand up, which takes half of my movement.
Yes.
I have disadvantage on attack rolls, and an attack roll against me, if it's in melee range, has advantage. Yeah.
Got it. So that being said, because so never mind. Go ahead and tell me what you'd like to attempt to do.
Pretty much you're sitting down on the ground right now.
He's
Yeah,
actually also pinned down by
He's
the
all
panther.
underneath the
I'm-
panther.
I'm
He's
belly
pinned
down.
Yeah, your belly down.
I think I'm going to go ahead and take my disadvantage attack and use my bardic inspiration on hopefully one of them.
You can roll the attack and then decide before I say whether it's a hit or miss if you want to use bardic inspiration. So you get to see
Okay.
your initial roll before adding the inspiration to it.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna use my mace from the ground. Should I just roll 2, or is there a way to do disadvantage?
Try. There is a way, but try just rolling the dice and see if it automatically does disadvantage. I want to see.
Should
It does.
It
because
does.
All right, cool.
Okay, so now I'll add my Bardic Inspiration,
Great.
is a D4,
D6.
D6, which I'll just do a regular D6 roll.
Yeah, just roll a D6 and I'll just add it. Whoo! All
go.
right. So
Like how
let's take a look.
Thanks, Penaeus!
it going like at its belly.
All right. So, Brendan, with the Bardic Inspiration, your attack hits. You pull your mace out and you swing behind your head like this and you clock the panther. Go ahead and
Nice.
roll mace damage against the panther. 4 damage. Oh, were you targeting the panther?
No, I keep forgetting.
Yeah. That'll take some getting used to.
So you'll have to roll again.
Yep.
Even
Alright.
better.
So 5 damage against the panther. You bash the panther in the back of the head, and it kind of like wobbles a little bit and actually steps back off of you. It kind of recoils in pain. So it's still right next to you like this, but it's no longer sort of in an attack posture on you. It's kind of dazed and looking like it's a pretty sad sight, to be honest. But this is what you guys
This
do.
bludgeon stab little kitty.
So Irtok, would you like to do anything else with your turn?
Yes. I would like to use half my movement to stand up.
Great.
And I think I'm going to cast Healing Word on myself,
Okay.
which is a bonus action.
Phenomenal.
Nice.
Phenomenal.
Excellent. Great. So go ahead and cast Healing Word on yourself. Make sure to target yourself and then cast Healing Word.
Did that work?
Yeah, you're targeting yourself. You did great.
Good job in targeting
Great
yourself.
job, dude.
It's a little confusing. We're doing a lot better than I was anticipating, honestly. All right. Awesome. Great. So you went ahead and healed yourself pretty
And
significantly.
then I don't know if it already counted this,
Mm-hmm.
but as my disciple of life, it looks like at first level, I'll share this. Whenever I use a spell of first level or higher to restore hit points to a creature, the creature regains additional hit points equal to 2 plus the spell's level.
All right. Let me check to see if that counted it. So your Healing Word
It won't show up.
Oh,
Like if we don't have that.
did D4 plus 2, but that's just D4 plus your Wisdom modifier. So it looks like it did not. Oh, okay, cool. So actually up in life domain actions/effects, there's Disciple of Life. You can just go ahead and click that. It's just a heal of 2.
Oh,
So it'll auto heal you 2. But make sure to target yourself. I untargeted you. I'm so sorry.
it's okay. So, oops.
This is so cool.
right,
You made
right.
So in my life domain, I just click on.
Under actions, it says life domain actions/effects.
Oh.
So it would actually heal you 3 in this case because you cast a first level spell. So we'll just have to keep track of that in the future. It looks like Disciple of Life doesn't know what level the spell was cast at. And you heal 2 plus whatever the spell's level is, so it would heal 3. But healing 2 healed you up to full health anyhow. So we'll just need to keep track of that in the future. Cool?
Yes. I'll probably forget when we come back to that.
Probably every now and then, but...
So did that already do everything?
Yep.
Did you do that?
Did I do that? No, you did it. You click the button, see there's a 2 in the chat window.
Yeah, and I'm back to full in the combat tracker. That did it automatically.
That's correct. So the combat tracker can be a little bit confusing. I don't know if it says, or also on your character sheet, it doesn't have your current HP. It lists your maximum HP and how much damage you've currently got on yourself. So it doesn't do the subtraction. I don't know why. It just has your your max HP and then your wounds listed. WND stands for wounds. I don't know if that's showing up on the combat tracker for you guys because my combat tracker is different from yours. But it definitely shows up on your character sheet.
Yep, I'm looking good, boy.
Yeah. All right.
Now on my turn.
Okay, cool. So you're currently standing and now at full health, and the Panther is looking rough. Penaeus. You're up.
Enter Penaeus.
Enter Penaeus. Covered in
wow.
goo. Penaeus, covered in goo.
Dinner hurt.
I'm gooed up pretty good right now. I don't know, because I don't want to get too close to that Panther and miss. But that would really suck.
Yeah, you have to be an idiot to do that.
Twice. 3 times?
4 times, actually.
You know what? I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna finish off this kitty cat for you guys. Okay. Once again, I'm taking out the dagger. Okay.
All right.
Old trusty.
Old trusty.
Do I need to move over any of my colleagues here, or?
Yes.
I'd like to move to. Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to target the Panther and then see and then use that movement.
Basically, except that moving across individuals is going to be difficult terrain. So the Panther is, in order to get close to it, you need to be in a space that's unoccupied by somebody else. So the nearest one would be, basically if you get close enough to the Panther, you will also be within melee range of the bandit.
Right.
Well, I guess that would always, but you can't occupy the same space as another player. And so your speed is, what's that?
So you need to move to like my right.
Yeah, that would be an option, and that would use up 5, 15, 20. That would use up all of your movement speed because squeezing between over these character spaces would be considered difficult terrain. So that would be all of your movement.
Pretty much for me. Just calling us fat.
I'm calling
cool.
the passage narrow. Elva, you are a slender goddess, please.
So then I
Does
just
difficult terrain have your movement?
Difficult terrain costs double movement. Yeah.
and so I'm gonna have to do that, and then I'm gonna be like first in line for the bandit, right?
You'll just
'Cause I'll have-
you'll basically be running toward a bandit that's charging toward you.
Awesome. What could happen?
Now, yeah.
I mean, if you stay back there and just wuss it out, that's totally fine.
You can also
Inspire someone else, whatever.
you can
Yell
also
from across. You got this. I'll be fine back here.
I think I'm going to do that. I don't think I want to get involved.
Now
think
you
I'm
do
in a
have the
pretty good-
option to throw a weapon. You can throw any
Oh, I
weapon.
do.
Yes.
Oh, I would love to throw my dagger.
Yeah, you
I
can
didn't know I could do that.
you can throw your dagger. Yes.
Yeah, can I throw it from here, from back into safety?
Let me check. Yeah, I'm sure you can.
Stab
My
me in the
throwing
ear.
dagger.
Yeah.
If you
Thrown-
stab me in the
Yep.
ear, I'm going to be very upset.
You
I
can
can.
throw it from there. It's
Great, I'd
within
love
the
to do
normal
that.
range. Great. So
would
you'll
love
see the second dagger that you have listed there
Yep.
is with the guy like doing a javelin throw.
A
Will be
javelin
your
toss?
thrown dagger. So you can throw it from there, right in between Irtok and Mgannet. Sure.
I'm pretty
Confident
confident about my throwing ability.
All right.
Stab me in the air.
A fucking crit. Okay, nat 20, first nat 20 of the game.
Penaeus is the hero of the party.
You guys, come on, okay? I'm not just a mouth, okay?
Well, he is also operating out
Not
of a
just a
base
mouth.
primal fear of the situation and a desire to go home and see his
I'm motivated more than any of you to get the fuck out of here.
right. Mgannet had settled in. She's okay. She doesn't want to kill these guys. She's having a great time in that cell, apparently.
I missed on purpose.
Right.
Right, so now you have to roll damage, yeah?
Now go ahead and roll your damage, and it will automatically roll 2d4 because you did a critical hit. And then it will add the damage modifier. So you may now describe the carnage.
Once the Penaeus has killed, he is like, I want out of here so fucking bad.
Let me just tell you guys, okay? Let me tell you how I saw this, okay?
I'm crying.
Here's what took place. From my perspective, I looked and I took in like a Saving Private Ryan-esque scene where you were all crying for your parents and your mothers, and you were all just like, praying to get out of there. And I'm taking this in. I have no sound. It's a ringing in my ear. And I see this panther. And so what I did was I took out the dagger, and I saw your hulking bodies, gigantic, bulbous bodies in between me and the panther. And I took my dagger out, and I whipped it with precision accuracy through your fat little bodies, around, managing to thread the needle. And as I saw it come towards the panther looked at me, and we made eye contact.
A lot of eye contact, I'm noticing.
The dagger then, upon the eye contact, the dagger pierced through the eyeballs of the panther and split out the back of his head. And then the dagger, also in a different colored goo, it cascaded onto the floor, skipping slightly away from me.
Okay.
And then I stood like this as the panther fell down, and I just watched it fall.
Beautiful. So the dagger blows the back of the skull out of the panther, and it slumps to the ground definitively 100%. Fucking
Yeah, 'cause
super dead.
I've never thrown a dagger that hard before.
Yeah, no, you haven't. I mean, that was something.
That was incredible.
I
That
think
was like, like when you're at the driving range and you hit it and it feels perfect. That was one of those. It just
right. Everyone kind of like for a second kind of looks back at Penaeus like, what the fuck? Like that was way. That was like, who just did that? He did this thing.
the little half-elf bard. He's got fucking daggers, dog. Let's go.
All right.
Irtok goes.
Self.
Is that how Irtok laughs?
That's his laugh.
Old Seth Rogen.
Oh, that's great. Seth Rogen, Irtok.
Oh man.
Irtok Rogen.
So the panther is now dead, and Penaeus, your dagger is now on the floor, somewhere kind of near where that panther fell. So you no longer have your dagger in your possession to do an attack with. It's over there.
Well, that's a real bummer, isn't it? Okay.
Do you want
Do
to
I
do
have a
anything else with your
bonus?
turn? You still have your movement.
I know. I tried to move everything over this way so you don't.
Yeah, I got it.
Dude, so am I able to cast Healing Word as a bonus action, or am I finished with any and all actions?
Yeah, Healing Word is a bonus action, so you can definitely cast that if you'd like.
I would love to cast that on Elva, who it appears has taken 3 damage, right? Is that correct? Am I reading that accurately?
Wait, how much damage did
3?
I say? That's 3, yeah.
Oh, can you see the specific number? Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, if you pick up combat tracking,
There
you
are
can see the number.
party we can, but not on the dudes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll keep that. I don't know. How do you guys feel about being able to see like the number? I think it's fine, right?
Each other
Yeah,
damage? I like
yeah.
For
that.
each
I
other?
like it.
Yeah, we'll keep that. All right, great. Yes, sir. So, and you can see her due to her being so bulbous. And so
Yeah,
go ahead
Quite
and
bulbous.
go ahead and cast Healing Word. Make sure you target Elva, which you've already done. Great job. And just go ahead and cast Healing Word.
You may be healing me, but I'm gonna take offense to this bulbous comment.
That's fair. That's fair.
You want to be healed or not? You can be dying and bulbous or in slender, or you can be healed and bulbous. Like, it's really up to you.
All right, you have healed the shit out of Elva.
Penaeus got rolls today, dog. Let's go.
Where were those when you were rolling up your character?
I know.
Oh my god! All right, great.
No.
Now,
Penaeus shows up on game day, guys.
what'd you say, Brendan?
I said your spellcasting modifier must be pretty good. You got a +3.
Yeah, his
Oh, yeah.
spellcasting modifier is quite good. You can open up the party sheet, by the way, or potentially you may be able to press in the combat tracker. I don't know if you have something that looks like a fist, but if there is something that looks like a fist, it shows the characters' attribute points, or you can open up the party sheet, which should have their ability scores there as well for you guys.
His charisma, yeah, is +3.
But
Man,
yeah.
I sucked. You guys rolled good.
All right, so Penaeus, you still have movement if you'd like to take it. You've used your action and bonus action, but you can move if you'd like.
No, I'd like to use my movement to moonwalk in a circle.
In a circle.
Yeah.
All right.
I would like to twerk twice.
Moonwalk
go.
and then 10 feet worth of twerking, please.
10 feet worth in a circle. Yeah.
All right, great. All right, cool. All right, so you moonwalk in a circle and exactly right there. All right, great. Awesome. Cool. Great turns, everybody. Next up is the bandit. The bandit continues its running motion. And initially it was running, I'm sorry to do this to you, but it was running towards Irtok. And despite in the 6 seconds, this flurry of activity occurring, he's also barreling towards Irtok, partially out of like an emotional revenge thing because he thought he already killed you a minute ago. And he's like, this fucking guy keeps messing with us.
His
So
ego has been injured.
he's going to just run straight into the fray. And he's going to take a swipe at you with his curved sword. And let's see how that turns out. He's going to hit you.
Uh-oh.
And
Oh, whoops! I didn't mean to do that.
oh, that's okay. Are you targeting Irtok right now?
Why are you swinging at Irtok?
No, I wasn't.
That's our boy.
Whoa.
I didn't pay
Oh, that's your concentration check. I forgot. It automatically does that concentration check. That's
Yes.
Yeah.
great. So Irtok, you took some damage there. Good thing you healed yourself. And let's see if the bandit. That's it for the bandit. He swipes at you and he goes, yeah. He says, yeah, while he hits you with his curved sword. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So that's what he says. Yep, and that's it. Cool. And that will conclude the bandit's turn. Elva, you are now up.
Okay, I'm gonna whip the shit out of this guy.
Let's go.
All right, so make sure to target.
The whip.
I have also a sword and a longbow, but I prefer my whip.
The whip is sick.
It's me.
The sword does like significantly more damage, I think, if I remember, but the whip thematically does more like emotional damage.
Yeah. With a whip. I know it is a D8 plus 3 for my rapier.
Yeah, and then +2 for dueling also. So
Yeah. So it's just like, I could use my sword, but God, I really love using the whip.
Do
They
it.
have the same feel to it.
Yeah, do it.
What? Wait, what did you say, Patrick?
Just doesn't have the same feel, the sword.
Right? I feel like I would end up using my sword when I just get really frustrated. When I'm just like, oh my God, will you die already? Like,
Okay. Yeah.
all right, so
Whip it good.
Great roll. You fucking whip this bandit, and he goes, "Oh yeah."
how did you know my fetish?
Yeah. Why are we fighting? This is awesome.
I'm gonna die. This would be the way to die.
All right. And great job. So you whip this bandit. You kind of whip him.
Like bends over against the wall and says, "Yes, mommy, do
Yeah.
it." And then
Takes that.
whip the shit out of his back.
Yes. Yeah.
And he's bleeding, but he loves it.
Yes. Yeah. He's like, "Fuck yeah."
Owie! Ooh. But
Maybe.
Don't do it again. Definitely don't. All right, Elva, after successfully whipping this bandit in the back, do you want to do anything else?
I take the whip where the blood is and I just kind of lick it off and then spit it onto him.
Oh, okay, cool. Cool, sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Nice.
Great.
In my mouth.
Whoa.
Your toxins
Just
is
covered in
happening.
goo.
Yeah, your toxins is happening is like, that doesn't awaken anything in me.
Okay, cool. Dope.
And then that's my turn.
All right, beautiful. All right, next up is the orc.
Uh-oh.
The orc lets out a primal and kind of pathetic for such a huge creature. He lets out this wail and he goes, "Susan! What have you done to my Susan?" Which was apparently the name, I'm guessing, of the panther. and he starts aggressively charging.
That's not.
Aggressively charging towards Penaeus.
What?
You fucking killed his pet,
Head off his head.
and then moonwalked.
Susan!
You killed his pet, then moonwalked. You son of a bitch! He's coming right for you, dude.
And then moonwalked. Like, you would have moonwalked at that panther's body if you didn't do it.
Oh my god! All right, let me just see what the deal is here. Oh, you're so fucking lucky that he can't reach you, Penaeus. Oh my god. So the orc is currently just absolutely incensed with rage. He's going to use his bonus action, he's going to use his movement and his bonus action, which grants him the ability to move his speed in addition to what his speed currently is. And he's going to use the dash action to close the gap between himself and Penaeus. So all he wants to do right now is get his hands around this motherfucker's throat.
Cool.
So he is going to...
Throat. I'm glad you finished that with throat. That's not what I was...
He is going to use 30 feet and then use another 30 feet, 5, 10, 20, 30. And then he's going to... this is going to provoke opportunity attacks from everyone, as a matter of fact.
Sweet.
Yeah.
How do I do this? I wanna
So,
get everything.
so
Please
basically,
protect me.
every single person can right now target the orc as he's sprinting through in a blind rage. Target the orc
Uh-huh.
and make an attack roll with the weapon you're currently wielding against the orc as you would normally.
Wow.
So, let's see here.
Okay, guys.
Mgannet,
Great.
you did not target the orc.
Oh, I thought I did.
Oh. Good.
I think. Wait, let me see.
I think I just missed. It says attack at orc miss.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yep, you're absolutely correct. My fault. So,
Just, you know,
good. So, Elva,
I'm the
you've.
only one that gets a hit in on this guy.
Yep. So
Really?
as he's running by, you're like, "Oh!" and you whip him as he's running by. So go ahead and roll. So Elva, go ahead and roll that. Great. So you whip him, and he goes, "Oh no!" Whoa.
Not my fetish.
And but everybody else, you take a swipe at him and miss. So I'm actually going to check off your reaction for that
Great.
round, and
Thanks a
also.
lot, guys. Appreciate it.
And now the orc is next to Penaeus. Now the orc cannot attack you,
Nice.
Penaeus, because he.
Roll this and I still hit him. Okay.
Yeah, right. The other bandit, as the orc master runs by, he's got his back against the wall, but then the orc runs past him, and as he crosses, his face goes like, "Oh, I wanted to get whipped," and he looks like he's been left out. It's pretty
Quite
sad about
disappointed.
that.
I was hoping
took my
this would hit
whip.
me.
Yeah. Aw. Cool. So, Penaeus, the orc cannot attack you right now because it used its action to dash. Dash is a move that you can use in order to double your movement speed, but it means that you can't take another action during that turn. He also used his bonus action to dash again. That's how fucking fucked up he is. You did that goddamn moonwalk.
Which is a race feature.
Yes, so that's a race. The bonus action for dash is a race feature for this particular enemy.
Okay.
Great.
Excellent.
Yes. So and he's like, "You little shit," and he's so anyway, he's next to you, and he's by the way, he's got in his hands as he's running. He's got a two-handed, very large axe
Awesome.
in his hands.
So I'm dying day one. Is that what's happening? Is that what's about to take place day one? I'm dying because I moonwalked.
It was, dude, you moonwalked. You killed something. Like, come on.
Dude,
Two things, technically. I bet the first bandit was a boyfriend, you know.
I don't know what the relationship was, but there was definitely something there. All right, back to the top of the order. So everyone actually gets their reactions back, which is sweet. I think it automatically did that. Mgannet, you are now up. There's the living bandit, ass protruded, hands against the wall there. And there's also the orc.
So is his butt facing me then?
Yeah, his butt is facing you. His attention is like all of a sudden, sort of like in the cartoons, like the pink heart shape like filter has gone over his vision over Elva, and he's just like hopelessly in love with her right now, and that's where his focus is directed. He's not charmed, but he's not paying attention to you at all. He's paying attention.
He wants more whips.
He wants that
Yeah.
way up.
So I want to give him something a little sharper to the tushy.
Wait. Let's discuss this real quick. Should we be going after the orc that is about to slaughter Penaeus?
Thank you.
I can
That's a good
survive a hit.
I wanted
from
to
this
stab
bandit.
his tushy.
can
That's a good
survive.
point
A
though.
hit from your time. I can.
But sometimes it's good to knock out a potential turn for that guy.
Just get him out of the lineup.
Yep.
I do think Mgannet cannot resist this fresh tushy in front of her,
Just
and she wants
presenting
to
itself.
stab it. She wants to stab it real good.
I can't blame her.
So I'm gonna, with my good hand, try to get something here. Come on.
That's a miss.
It's a miss. There she's again.
God
Wait.
damn it.
Oh, you did target. Dang. Yeah. Okay.
I did. So here's my offhand. Maybe she can finally get a little flesh on this dagger.
That's a hit. All right.
Let's
So
go.
before you roll damage, Mgannet, because his ass is facing you, in your character sheet, make sure to click sneak attack, and that will apply that effect to your current roll. And now go ahead and roll damage.
Let's go.
Why did it say expired?
It's just saying that the sneak attack
Nailed it.
has now been used. So it's now been used. So you stabbed him right in the tushy, and he is like, he says banana, which you can assume is his safe word. And
Only the weapon. Only the weapon.
no, too much. But he still stands. A chunk of his butt has just fallen off onto the ground. But he's up. He's still standing. So Mgannet, would you like to do anything else?
I say shit, and I kick the little piece of tushy, and I walk. I'm just gonna go, maybe stand next to Penaeus for
All
emotional support.
Preach. Much
So
appreciate.
the bandit is going to then get an attack of opportunity on you.
Oh, that's right.
It's too late. You've already done it. So
Oh no.
untarget, I'll be doing the attack on you. So the bandit then goes, you little bit.
Now?
What?
With his ass presented, he's going to attempt to shit on you.
Yeah.
Ah!
He's just gonna kind of swipe around with his sword at you as you leave his area, and he's going to hit you, dealing 4 damage to Mgannet as she runs away. Great. Cool. And is that your turn in its entirety?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Next up on the list is Irtok.
All right. Irtok. By the way, I like how he said banana, which usually means slow down, not stop.
Oh, really? 'Cause I guess it's
What?
The Lord.
Is that a known thing?
The community are you in?
Brendan.
Because you can either use like red, yellow, green, or you can use
great.
the.
Why is pineapple always like the stop one then? Because it's so spiky?
Pineapple's just a funny word that people like to choose as
Yeah,
that.
it's whatever you feel.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's whatever works for you. I use
Yeah.
the red, yellow, green system. You know.
All right. So
All right.
Irtok, go ahead. You're up.
I think I'm going to hit the orc with Toll the Dead.
All right. So you're not going to move?
No.
Okay. Cool. So target the orc and cast Toll of the Dead, and you'll use the higher damage one if hit.
Oh, it's a wisdom save.
Oh, it's a wisdom save. Oh, okay. Wait. Did you cast it? Oh, I see. Okay. Whoops. So actually, let me
My bad.
change that. That's okay. Go ahead and click the Toll of the Dead cast.
Oh, because that allows you.
When you click that, the orc will automatically make a wisdom save. It's a critical failure.
That's
I
why
think we
Mom
should
calls
treat
me.
that like a critic. Well, a critical failure on a wisdom save typically doesn't work the same way as a critical hit. I think it's just regular damage. I don't know. What do you guys think? Critical failure on a save as opposed to a critical hit on an attack. If that would be critical damage or normal damage. The rules state that it's normal damage, but I don't know how you feel about it.
Give them a +1. They failed horribly on their. They're so dumb.
Well, just whatever we establish now will also be retroactively applied to you guys when you make saves against opponent spells as well.
I think it's just an auto fail.
It's not like
Just a fail.
A save against a spell is
Okay, cool. And it looks like that it's not even an automatic fail on saving throws. So if he had like +14 for whatever reason to wisdom, he could still succeed on a save. It's only for attack rolls that are auto miss and auto hit.
Got you.
Cool. So you cast Toll of the Dead, and great. And now you can roll the D12 necrotic.
I'll do it again.
Yep. Max damage, baby. Oh, wait. Were you targeting?
Oh, you know what? I took my target off because I thought we were done.
Oh shit.
God damn it. Do it again.
No.
I'm so sorry.
Always.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's my fault.
You can do it again.
All right. 4 damage to
pretty
the orc.
That's fine, Penaeus. He's at critical health. Penaeus, just stab him. You get to kill another.
He
another
doesn't.
enemy.
Penaeus does not have his dagger.
I don't have my dagger.
Hit him right in the nuts. It's fine.
I do have another weapon. Don't worry.
Oh my god.
We're
All right,
sharp
great.
Wit because
Well, it's
my
still.
bonus
Hang on. It's still Irtok's turn.
Razor sharp wit.
I use my
Irtok.
bonus action to slide Penaeus' dagger over to him.
Okay. You can use your movement to retrieve it. It's a little bit behind the bandit, but yeah, you can grab it, and yeah, I'll allow it. That's a cool little move. So yeah,
Great.
you can go over, grab it, come back, and slide it to Penaeus without triggering an attack of opportunity from the bandit, because I believe the bandit already used his attack of opportunity reaction this round anyways. So yeah, so Penaeus, you now have the dagger in your possession.
That's excellent news.
All right. Is that the end of your turn? Brendan?
I know just how to
Yes,
use it.
sir.
Penaeus, you are up.
You don't say.
Jesus Christ.
I know just how to use it.
Here's what I'm going to do. I would like to. I'm really tempted. He's like really hurting, right? This orc, he's not feeling too good.
Dying.
You can look on his character.
Heavy?
If you zoom into the different various character tokens on the map, you can see I've actually got a bar set up for their current health, so you can see.
Yeah.
And if you hover over it, it will say heavy or critical or healthy or moderate or whatever. But you can see that bar on the right side displays their current health. You also have any buffs that your character has or debuffs are the little squares that you can hover over.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So here's what I'd like to do.
Sure.
Okay, I
Sure.
would like to once again use my. I'd like to use my what's it called? My distance walk to. I'd like to moonwalk to the rear of the orc.
Okay.
Will that incite like a?
No.
Okay, great. I can just do that.
Yeah, you can move around to his back.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna move it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna go right here. This is where I'm at.
All right. I think he's just gonna turn with you.
Well, we'll see about that. You know.
All right.
And then I'm gonna take my dagger out. I'm gonna go ahead and stab him with the dagger. In the
Okay.
back of the skull. That's
All
my-
right. Make sure to target him and go ahead and roll an attack roll with your dagger.
Okay, I'm targeted. I'm
Go
gonna go
for
ahead
it.
and grab this dagger.
That's a hit. Jesus fucking Christ. Go ahead and roll damage on the orc.
Okay, so
Describe the
What?
carnage.
Wait, is he dying or is he? Yeah.
Penaeus!
all right.
He's done it.
Here's how it
Alright.
took place. Here's how it went down. And once again, I can only tell you how it was from my perspective. Okay. So, as I moonwalked to the rear of the orc, I could see that he was following me, but wasn't entirely sure what I was doing, right? Because he was dazzled by my movement. And while this was all happening, I could see, Mgannet, I could see Irtok, I could see Elva, I could see you guys over there. It looked like you were playing like a board game of some type while I was fighting this orc. It didn't even look like you were engaged. So I took it upon myself to then, do the moonwalk around to the rear of the orc. I took out my dagger, of course, and I noticed that it still had some goo on it. So what I did was I flicked it at the back of the orc's head while the back of his head was facing me, and then I spun my dagger around and I plunged it into the back of his head, just to make it more of a seamless sort of entry. It kind of lubricated the dagger inside, and then as that happened, I could hear him dying, but he wasn't dead yet, and so I leaned into him, and in his ear I whispered, "Fuck Susan," and then I took it out.
Yo!
And
What
he
the
fell to
hell?
ground and he died. That's how it
Oh
happened.
my God, Penaeus is ruthless.
That's how it happened. That's my perspective. That's how it looked for me.
Okay. Holy shit. All right,
That's right.
the orc lets out a gurgling death rattle. Susan, I'll be with you soon. I'll be with you soon, my pet. And then he slumps to his knees and slumps then face down into the dirt of the prison cell and is vanquished by Penaeus.
Murdering everyone.
What can I say? I fucked shit up, guys. Okay.
Jeez Louise. Do you
Penaeus
want to
came
do
to
anything
play.
else with your turn? You have 10 feet of movement to moonwalk.
Do I? I would like to moonwalk in the shape of Susan around the dead orc. That's what I would like to do.
Okay, holy shit. All right. You get about half of the way.
I only get the head and like down to the belly.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that makes sense.
Yeah, good job. You fucking-
Athletics check.
right. No, actually make a performance check.
Performance check.
No, you're good. All right, next up is this fucking assless, chunked out bandit. And he goes, "Master!" And then he turns to Elva and he goes, "Not you," and winks. And then he's like, "But actually," and
Because I prefer to be called ma'am.
and he's gonna run towards Penaeus. Jesus, I'm so sorry, Irtok. You are just getting it, but it's just the flow. It's just the flow battle. I promise. I'm not trying to do anything to you, man. He's gonna attack you on his attempt to go and get at Penaeus, who has now.
You can take it.
Yeah. So he's going to make a swipe against Irtok with his curved sword. He's gonna miss. And then he's going to just sort of run past Irtok and into the next room, provoking an attack of opportunity from Irtok onto the bandit. So go ahead and
Hell yeah.
attack. Target. Make sure to target and attack the bandit with your currently equipped. I think you can actually use...
I whipped him into shape and I don't even get to murder him. This is bullshit.
I mean, Brendan, you can not. It's up to you.
No. Go ahead. Irtok has taken shit from this guy while he's been whipped by me. Irtok has every right.
I
Let's see.
think. Can you use a spell as an attack of opportunity?
No, it has to be a melee.
It's a melee weapon? Okay, cool.
There's a spell casting feat that allows you to do that.
Oh, dang, that's pretty cool.
Warcaster.
Oh, that's cool.
We'll see. We'll see.
That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, so good old
All right, you've hit him, and go ahead and roll damage. And describe the carnage as this bandit runs past you and you mace him to death.
Okay, as he runs past me, and I'm confused because I thought he was gonna come for me, but he just kept walking past. So I was like, okay, and I swipe at his feet, break both of his ankles, reach down and grab him by the collar, lay him down in front of Elva, and hand her the mace to finish him off if she chooses.
Yeah.
But I graciously go, no, you've got this, and let you smash his head in with the mace.
All
Or
right.
kill him how
Teamwork.
All right. So, Brendan, do you want to describe the death blow?
So yeah, I'll just, as he's like laying on the ground trying to like use his hands to crawl around because his ankles are broken, I'll just like an ice cream cone being stuffed onto his head, I just take the mace and like plunge down into between his eyes, and it's like religious orc symbolism to put a big hole in the center of their face. So
Sick.
yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Nice.
All right.
That's beautiful.
All
Love
right.
it.
Excellent. The bandit is now dead.
Cool.
All combatants in the immediate area have been vanquished. Congratulations on your first fight, party.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, I
Darcy.
knew. I'm so glad you guys are here to rescue me.
You did not need
It's just It's
Did
way more
rescue.
fun when someone else does all the work.
You definitely need to rescue me. Did you see how many times you missed? You were
Yeah.
right up in their face. and
Yeah,
you
I'm
missed.
really glad you guys came here. That's
Like,
really
oh, I
good.
can pick a lot.
That was
but God,
amazing.
Don't ask me to stab anybody.
You guys
Can we
are
get
all
the fuck out of here, please?
talented. Oh, right. That's a good idea.
Really,
Fuck
Penaeus?
this
You seem
dungeon.
to be enjoying it here.
I just really want to get out.
Marvin.
Yeah, hashtag thriving for you.
I don't know about you, but I was thinking of going to sleep.
little rest.
Gonna sleep in that dungeon bed.
Yeah. You guys
I'm
can.
just-
I'm gonna propose it.
You guys can take a rest if you'd like, a rest of whatever length you
Short
want.
rest.
A short rest or a long rest. Short rests will last about 15 minutes, and it's basically a time to catch your breath. And in a short rest, you can expend your hit dice. So on your character sheet, at the bottom of your character sheet, is your hit dice, which if you hover over it, nope, not if you hover over it, but your hit dice are what was used to calculate your initial health at the beginning of the game, how much health you have. But during a short rest, you can roll a hit dice, expend it, and heal that much from the hit dice. You can roll them one at a time and roll as many as you want, up to however many hit dice you currently have. Everybody currently has one hit dice of a differing size based off of your class. And if you need healing during a 15-minute short rest, you can do that. A long rest is more like going to sleep for the night. It lasts about 8 hours, or certain characters can rest in a shorter amount, take a long rest in a shorter amount of time. That will replenish your hit dice up to a maximum of half your total number of hit dice, rounded up. And it will restore all of your spell slots that you've expended during the day. So that's how you can get your spell slots back. Penaeus, I don't think you used a single spell except for Bardic Inspiration during that round.
Healing
Oh,
word.
wow.
Oh, Penaeus did
Yeah.
use a healing word. That's right. So Penaeus, on your character sheet under actions, you can keep track of how many spell slots you have. What a spell slot is basically your ammunition. So it's how many of those you can cast. So you can cast 2 first level spells. You cannot use a lower level spell slot to cast a higher level spell. For example, a 3rd level spell cannot squeeze its way into a 1st level spell slot, but you can use a higher level spell slot to cast a lower level spell. So you can cast a 1st level spell using a 3rd level spell slot, and that will grant it additional efficacy. Basically, the spell slot is how much of your energy needs to be taken up in order to cast the spell. And so you can cast a lower level spell using a fuck ton of energy, and it will make adjustments. We'll have to do that manually, but you'll make adjustments based off of that. That's spell slot.
Okay.
So currently, Penaeus, you good job. You checked off 1 of your 1st level spell slots, and Brendan, you have expended all.
Is Bardic Inspiration a cantrip?
Bardic Inspiration isn't even a spell, dude.
It's
It's just an action. It's just like it's a bonus action, I think.
It's just it's just an effect he has on people.
Yeah,
it's a gift. You know,
it's just what the bard gets to do.
be honest, guys.
It's great. So you can use it. You can use Bardic Inspiration, Penaeus. You can use Bardic Inspiration a number of times equal to your Charisma modifier, which is a +3. So you can use Bardic Inspiration 3 times before a long rest, which will expend all of it. There's no place to keep track of how many Bardic Inspirations you've used, so we'll just eyeball it and like whatever.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
All right, sweet. So anyhow, you guys are now here. You are. There's just like some bloody bodies and a significant prevalence of different colors of goo around.
Sorry about that.
The area, and go ahead and do whatever you like.
Irtok's gonna suggest a long rest with a watch in shifts.
Okay. I agree. I'm happy to take first watch because I expended almost no energy, took 0 hit points, and there's goo all over the place for which I feel moderately responsible. I'll take first watch.
Okay.
I usually do 2 watches because I only need 4 hours for a long rest. So
That's right.
Nice.
That's excellent.
Penaeus, do you know if that applies to you as well?
I think that's all elf.
Is it all? I'm a half elf. Is that?
Oh.
Let me check. Half elf.
it would be trance. That's what you're looking for.
He does not have trance.
Okay.
None.
Yep. Okay. So
I require just like a good solid 8 hours.
so
I need it.
so
I would love to take a little nap. That was very fatiguing.
okay. So you guys
Me,
want to go to sleep in this crypt. Just to be clear, you guys want to
I think we should just do a quick nap.
a quick nap and a long nap are different mechanically. So
Yeah, I
figure
think just falling asleep here in the middle of the day where we don't know where all the bad guys are might not be the best idea. You know,
But if-
I think maybe we just take a quick little rest. We just rest our feetsies.
I would suggest that if we are taking a long nap, we should compile these bodies into one place because I don't feel super about these bodies just sitting around here leaking goo all over the place.
Door, like
Yeah, maybe we can
While
hide the
y'all nap.
bodies. Sorry.
What was that?
I was gonna say maybe we could hide the bodies and sort of try and hide ourselves in like the cell room.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
could go back in there.
so we can put the bodies like right here in front of the door and barricade the door with the bodies, and then you can go in here.
I'm gonna use the restroom. You guys decide exactly what you want to do. I'll be right back. I just have to pee.
I mean, here's my
So
question.
my feeling.
Go ahead, Hector. No, you go
My
ahead.
feeling is if we're taking watch and our rest gets interrupted at some point, that's the same mechanically as taking a short rest. So if we take a long rest, me and Pat will get our spell slots back and be more prepared to face whatever we hit on our way out of this dungeon.
So those two can take a long rest, and then you can do 4 hours of watch, and I can do 4 hours of watch. If you want,
Yeah, because I just need to do. I can do one hit dice, and that's all I want to do. So
Yeah.
I could take a short rest while you guys take a
Yeah.
long.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then
Yeah,
I
and
can
if
4 hours, so that'll be a long rest for me. But
So
I don't even need it. so
alternate.
I can just hang out with her while y'all nap. Let the boys nap it off while
Let
the
them
ladies
nap.
hang out. We'll do each other's nails.
Well, I'll be asleep while you're awake.
That would
Okay.
just be up to Paul if we get interrupted.
Yeah, I just need a quick 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to as well propose that we put the bodies sort of in, this sort of cell area, and we seal off this compartment, and maybe we nap and we rest in this sort of bigger area. Does that seem suitable?
So we're not like trapped in a cell.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not
Sounds
bad.
So that I don't want to be woken up by, I don't know what dead bodies, what the goo is. I don't want to, I'd love to have a nice slumber without ghouls and goblins popping up.
Cuddle up with Susan.
Yeah, I'd love to skin Susan and make a nice pelt for myself.
Make a
I would be opposed to doing that. The animal's
Okay.
dead. Might as well use its body for what we can,
I think honestly, during our rest we could probably eat Susan? Question mark.
So I think we decided we're gonna do a long rest with. I'm gonna stay up for 4 hours because I only need a short rest to I want to do some hit point, just my hit die, but so the boys can get their spells back. So I'll take a watch.
You'll take I'm just gonna
And then Haven
stay
will
up.
take-
I don't even need to take a watch. I'm just gonna
That's
stay up
true.
because I don't need a long rest. I don't need.
I guess if you want to
Sure.
watch the.
We can just hang out together.
Then I'll take a long rest too, then so I can get my full points back.
So, okay. Okay, so Elva's
I
just
have
gonna.
everything. I don't have spell slots. I don't have hit points. So I'm just gonna stay up and watch while they sleep.
So Penaeus and Irtok are gonna. Oh, and Mgannet, you're gonna take a long rest as well.
We're all gonna nap together. I'm just gonna.
Because I didn't realize she didn't need to nap.
Okay.
And before we do that, we're gonna put the bodies in the cell, and we're gonna close the door, to keep all that in. And then I think we're gonna rest in this gigantic area. And a question for Mgannet and Elva: would you guys like to skin and cook Susan, or should we stay up for a bit and help you guys do that? How hungry are you guys?
For Susan?
I mean,
Yeah, you're not gonna eat Susan.
we ate on our way down here. We've only been down here for 20 minutes.
Okay.
You guys have been
listen.
you guys have been down there for about 4 minutes.
I'm sorry. I'm famished.
And now we're taking a sleep.
And you're like, time to sleep. But yeah, totally.
That was exhausting.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Some of us actually did some stuff. Okay.
I tried. Okay, I tried.
Yeah,
You know
so
how much
we're
energy a moonwalk takes?
All right.
So we barricade the bodies because Penaeus is afraid they're going to come back to life and attack us. So we put them in the prison cell.
And we closed the prison cell.
Okay. In that case, so inside of this door that I'm opening and closing here, on the prison side of that, and you guys are going to sleep inside of there.
Well, we're gonna sleep out in the hall, out in the open area. We just put the bodies in that area.
Got it. Okay.
Over there.
Because I'm afraid of ghosts.
Okay. Cool.
Penaeus doesn't want to look at all the damage he's done.
Yeah.
And you guys are just gonna sleep out here. And then did
Got
you
a little
decide?
PTSD.
Did you decide if you wanted to do anything with the bodies, skin them, loot them, whatever?
We'd love to skin Susan.
You want to skin Susan?
I'd love to skin.
I definitely loot the bodies.
You want to loot the bodies?
Yeah.
my
I
favorite thing
especially
is
want
that.
to loot the body of the guy that
Your
I
little
whipped.
buddy.
Yeah.
The guy that you were whipping?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's got like a curved sword on him. You look at it, it's plain.
Yeah. I'm gonna sell it.
You want to take that and sell it?
Sure.
Okay. So
My whip is everything.
all right, cool. Do you guys want to check out any other?
Yeah, I just
check
want
out
to
the
see
orc.
the little hands in all their pockets to see if there's anything in their pocket.
Anything in their pockets? Okay, cool. Inside of the orcs' pockets, you dig
Don't
through
say
them.
it.
What?
Go
There's
ahead.
there's a little baggie of treats for Susan, and then a little picture of him and Susan hugging, and Susan like kind of licking his face, and on
So I start
the
eating the cat treats.
you eat the cat treats. Okay, cool. On the back of the photograph, it says, "I thought I rescued her. .. And you can... Cool. So
I take the picture and I just like leave it.
Yeah, I hand it to. Like,
great.
yeah,
So
cat treat.
Yeah. Here, you want this?
I'd like to keep that as a trophy.
okay, cool. So what we can do is if you open up the party sheet, you want to keep the picture of Orc and Susan. Picture of Orc and Susan.
Trophy.
Okay.
That's a trophy.
Trophy.
Is that my inventory?
No. So if you guys open up the party sheet at the top right, there's a like a group. You can open up the party
right.
sheet, and then there's a thing called inventory. There's a tab that says inventory. I don't know if you can see the parcel items that are currently here.
Yeah, we've got the scimitar and the picture of Orc and Susan.
Right. Awesome. So you can choose to just. I'm not gonna have you like go through the selling process at a merchant. I'll just say if you pick something up and you just want to sell it, you just kind of just turn it into gold right here. But you won't have the opportunity to barter with it if you want, or you can hang on to it, and then I can divvy these up however. Yeah, there's like that's pretty much all. The orc does have like a pretty big axe. A
grind?
great axe. What's that?
He has an axe to grind.
Not anymore.
I'm sorry.
So he also has
I think I'm just a little pumped up after my
a
victory.
great axe.
He'll like 3 things.
Yeah, that's right.
And I'll loot Bandit 1.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Bandit 1 has about maybe 8 gold pieces in his pockets. That's pretty much it.
Word.
Yeah. So that's that. So does anybody want any of these?
Yeah, I'd like to try and inconspicuously slide the 8 gold into my pocket.
Okay. For that,
Okay.
you're going to go ahead and make a sleight of hand check. I think sleight of hand would be correct here.
Yeah.
All right, and then now let me just take a quick peek. Okay, yeah, that succeeds. You go ahead and
So we
tuck
don't
those
see
8
that.
straight into your
No. Yeah.
pocket. So Brendan, under your personal inventory, you guys don't get any of that. Brendan, under your personal inventory, you can just go to GP towards the bottom of it and just type instead of whatever you have 15, type 23.
Cool.
Did that work?
Yep.
Okay, great. Awesome. So Penaeus is taking the picture, and then the scimitar and the great axe are being sold. Is that correct? Or does someone want the great axe? It's a heavy two-handed weapon. Just sell them?
I don't need that. That's too big for me.
Okay, cool. So let me see.
How about that pelt though?
And Irtok
Oh
is
yeah,
going to
Penaeus really wants
suggest.
to skin that.
He wants to skin that cat.
Irtok is also going to suggest that we evenly divide the gold from the weapons.
Of course. That was to be expected.
Yeah, of course. That's a great idea.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what's fair.
Yeah. Great. And awesome. So I'll distribute these. And let's just make sure that worked. Boop. Okay, so it should have evenly distributed all of the gold pieces to everybody. And then also, Penaeus, you should now have a picture of Orc and Susan trophy in your inventory.
I sure do.
I'll
Thank you
tell
so
everybody
much.
they can have the remaining 3 gold amongst themselves.
The remaining 3. That's wow. Okay. So you
So
want...
generous of you.
That's
I'm
really
generous.
generous of you, man.
All right.
Thank you.
Great. So
Thank you, you're tough.
I guess the best way to do that would be to everybody just go into your character sheet under your inventory and just bump up your current gold by 1, except for Irtok. So Mgannet, you'll have 32. Elva, you'll have 22. Penaeus, you'll have 22.
Great.
Great. Now, Penaeus, you're mentioning that you want to skin the panther, and is there anything else you'd like to do with the body of the panther?
I suppose it depends. If we're going to rest and we're going to be starting a fire in here, I'd love to turn this panther into some sort of a panther jerky, so that we can, eat it
Panther
throughout our
jerky.
journey. Yeah.
Okay, jerky.
I don't know that that's fire dependent, if I'm being honest.
No, that's more of a drying process and takes like
Yeah.
days.
Right.
The skinning of the panther, I think, to skin an entire panther would probably take you like a full, like longer than 8 hours. So you would not be able to rest, and you probably wouldn't be able to skin the entire panther, just in one sitting.
Okay. Is it? is,
Oh
is
no.
it? Is it
Yes, you can cut the
possible?
balls off. Is this?
No.
It's a girl, but
Listen,
I would love to take the head, like the bear-like things that go over your head. I'd love to turn Susan's head into a hat that I could wear.
okay.
How long might that take?
To sever the head, you can do that. You can sever the head in 1
That's quick.
hour. But
An hour?
to sever the
No,
head with
I
what?
would
With a
Because you
dagger?
want to take the skin off and make it into a hat.
I have other weapons. I could use
Your sickle?
my sickle. I could use.
30 minutes easily to properly disarticulate a head of a panther. I think easily 30 minutes. You're not trained in this. You'll also, yeah. So if that's something you want to attempt to do,
Right.
why don't you take the head and do that later?
Great idea. I'd love to do that. I'd
no,
love to
taking
sever
the head, chopping. No, I'm not talking about turning it into a thing in 30 minutes. I'm talking about just chopping the head off. Turning the thing
Yeah.
into a hood, you're gonna have to find a specialist for that. That's like
Okay. All
pretty
right. Great.
involved.
So I'd love to sever the head and put it into my rucksack. Should I
Okay.
encounter a specialist, I'd love to see if they do that kind of thing.
Okay. All right. So then in that case, go ahead and roll a nature check to see if you're able to properly and cleanly cut the head off of this panther.
I'm gonna fail at this.
Okay. No, you succeed, but it's not a very clean
Not
cut.
clean.
It's pretty ragged. Like you kind of get down to the vertebrae and you forget like, oh yeah, there's like a bunch of bones here, and you sort of do this twisting, kind of yanking situation. Maybe you even tried using the great axe and sort of missed and kind of gouged it in like a weird way. So when you pull the head off, sort of the skin has sort of slid weirdly around the eyes with your twisting motion when you were grabbing its head, and the bottom of it is very, very ragged, and there's sort of a spine like remaining towards the bottom of the head. But you have
that's
the head.
cool.
You have
Still
the
a
head.
panther head. How many people can say they even have one of these?
Yeah. And I'll say that took you an hour. If you rolled higher, it would have probably taken less time. But that took you an hour to really get that head off. It was harder than you expected.
Okay, that's worth it.
Cool. All right, so let's go ahead and let's add that to the party sheet. So add Susan's fucking head.
While that's going on, I'm going to see if Mgannet is interested in playing a game.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Pretty fucked up.
Great.
It's pretty the head thing?
You guys like
That's
all
totally
right, that's
normal.
chill. You guys are having a dandy old little picnic here in the middle of this fucking crypt.
Yeah, so
in the middle of the day after you just killed 5 people. Like, what the fuck? You're like, hey, want to play a game and take a nap? What the fuck? Okay, yeah, no, but do it. Do whatever you want.
I didn't want to take a nap. I'm just chilling.
You're chilling, yes.
I'm really slammed. Yeah, I got my work cut out for me over here.
Yes. So while Penaeus is chopping away, Irtok, you don't want to you want to game while that's happening?
An hour.
Well, because are we gonna nap for now 9 hours so that Penaeus can get a full
That's right.
8 in?
That's what it would take.
Yeah.
Yes, it would be 9
We would
hours.
all start napping. at
So
the
during
same
that
time.
extra hour, yeah.
You've
Very
expended
nice.
a full hour already. An hour is passing. How do you all want to spend that hour? Is up to you. And you can do something during that hour, but bear in mind that if you want a long rest, you'll then have to sleep for 8 hours after Penaeus is done if he wants to get the benefits of the long rest.
Yeah, so I'll play that little game with your talk.
Okay.
In
cool.
that hour, Penaeus is cutting a head off. Penaeus is just over there like, they're playing a game.
Yeah.
I'm just
Just one quick game.
Wait, yeah, Elva, what do you want to do during this hour?
I'm just gonna watch them play this game.
Just watch? You don't want to participate?
No.
Okay, cool. Brandon, what game do you propose?
I propose Texas Hold'em.
Texas Hold'em. Okay. How the fuck do we do that?
Where is Texas?
How do you play that?
So we both roll 2 dice that we keep to ourselves.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, I think it's D6s.
2 D6s? Okay, so
Yeah.
so each of you grab 2 D6s from the do you want me you can do you know how to grab 2 D6s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you
so
pick up 2?
Right click.
left click and then while holding right click to add a die.
Yes. Roll
And
the die.
go ahead and you guys roll those in the dice tower.
Yeah.
Sorry, I messed that up.
So we don't even know what we rolled.
That's okay. I'll whisper it to you. Okay, hang on. So here we go.
Whoa. What was that sound?
That's
Him typing.
an indication that you've received a whisper.
Nice. Okay.
Okay, and then we do a first round of betting.
What would be good or winning? Is it just higher number?
Like pairs and higher numbers,
Got it. Okay.
or 3 of a kind, or like hands.
Okay, got it. So, so Mgannet, go ahead. You can bet however much.
I like to bet 2 gold pieces.
2 gold pieces.
I'll raise another 2.
All right. So there's currently 6 gold pieces in the pot. Mgannet 2 to call, or you can raise.
Head off.
I'll call.
Call. Okay, so 8 pieces, and then I assume I now can roll 3 d6s as community cards.
Yep.
All right. So there we go.
Which didn't.
It didn't show. Sorry. I'll just type them then.
So we're playing this like whoever has the highest number and or who has like pairs or trips.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like a hand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so basically just like a regular hand, but instead of without
No
like
suits
it
or
just goes up
anything.
to 6.
Right.
It doesn't go up to. Okay.
And I would
Yeah, and
assume
you
that
can get,
in
like, you can
in-
get a straight.
yeah, we probably should have done d12s to be honest. That would have made more sense. At this point with d6s, I think a straight would be lower than trips, just because with only 6 dice, getting a straight is way easier than it would be with So it would go just like pair, 2 pair, straight, trips, full house.
Yeah, we'll do D12s in the future.
Yeah, we'll do d12s because that's pretty close. Cool.
So you're betting.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
And you can check or bet in Texas Hold'em or raise, or you don't need to raise because. Did you say what you did?
Yeah, I check.
Oh, okay.
I'll bet another 4 gold.
Hee hee. All right, I'll call. So now we have.
So there's now 16 in the pot. And there's the next roll.
I'll put 2 in, 2 more in.
All right.
So we're in.
I'll raise 5.
Yeah, you would. Burke.
So there's
Having a pretty
currently-
tough time with the spine over here.
I'm gonna fold.
Fold. Okay. So
He takes-
Irtok, you can add. Let's see. You add 9 gold pieces, and Mgannet, you subtract 9 gold pieces from the amount present. Cool.
Playing with you.
Yeah, whatever.
All right. Cool.
Come back anytime.
Nice.
How do you do whispers again?
You can right click on a character at the top, and then the left option that looks like a microphone thing will give you the option to whisper to them. So right click on an
How do you
image.
whisper to you?
How do you whisper to me? I think you do. You'll have to do /W and then type GM, and then type your message.
That work? No. What?
Nothing.
Whispering to you. Did mine work?
No. /W space and then capital G capital M and then space and then type your message.
Paul, did mine work?
Okay,
Yes,
that worked.
they both worked.
They worked? Okay, great.
Yes.
Just wanted to make sure I get that message to you.
Yep. Loud and clear. Okay. Cool. Sorry, just
Alright.
taking some notes here.
There's
And,
actually no phones allowed. Paul, so.
All right.
I'll
All right, so
probably
that was. Sorry, go ahead, Hector.
I was just gonna take a nap as soon as the game's over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna rest up too. That was pretty tough.
great. So you guys are all going to go to sleep. Elva is going to stay awake the entire time, correct?
Yep.
And keep watch, and
Yeah.
and everybody else is, well, who else is gonna sleep? Sorry, is everybody else sleeping for 8 hours right now?
What, Penaeus, yeah.
Okay,
Pee while we-
cool. So
And I get my. Sorry, go ahead.
so what you can do to take a long rest is you can, let me just check. So on your character sheet, you can right click, go to the left option that looks like a lock with an eyeball in it. It will say rest. And then select the circle for long rest, and it will automatically apply all the effects of a long rest to your character, including unchecking your spell slots and etc.
I actually
Say
don't.
that again?
Yeah, I don't see that.
On your character sheet, right clicking anywhere, and then it doesn't have the option to rest to the left.
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
I got minimize, close window, export record.
Oh, you have minimize, close window, export record, and then that's it?
Yep.
Okay, so I guess long rests are under my control then. So I'll just do the long rests for you guys.
I got a place to sleep.
And if you take a short rest, you'll expend the hit dice, just like at your whim. I don't really know if short rests do anything else. Great. So let's just see.
There's some like I think class features that get restored with a short rest.
Got it. Okay. Cool. So I'll go ahead and just check something really quick. Okay, cool. All right, great. So everybody is going to enjoy a nice, peaceful rest with no interruption.
Oh, I'm like that.
That was risky.
I
Yes.
are ready for a nap real life.
Long
No risk, no
rest.
reward.
Long rest. Whoa. Why do I have so many? Oh, I think. Long rest.
Nice.
All right. So everybody has long rested. And that will probably do it for today. That'll be today's session. Yeah. Good job, everybody.
We still don't know shit about it. Y'all gambled and didn't have a conversation of like, so how'd you meet? Like,
No, we don't know each other at all.
We
no.
get straight into battle, and I feel like there's no better way to get to know someone than
Yeah.
to see them.
Yeah, you learn a lot about people in battle.
Yeah,
Yes.
like this one.
Like I have zero aim.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
useless.
jeez. Used all your luck on your character sheet, I guess.
I know.
I guess so.
So, Mgannet, and just to make sure before we leave, because I will totally forget, you guys were good on adjusting your gold pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Oh,
Annoying.
it looks like, Mgannet, you deleted where it says GP, but that's fine. Added that for you.
What?
She uses her own currency.
Just on the thing, it looks like you may have clicked on the title of the thing and accidentally deleted it, so I just added it back in.
Thank you.
And yeah, all right, cool. All right, everybody. Wow, that was pretty awesome.
That was great.
Right?
I am
Dude,
shocked.
that was this system, Fantasy Grounds, and everything that you have set up is so nice.
Yes.
Like I can't believe how amazing it is to be able to keep track of all this. Like that it just keeps track of all this stuff. Yeah.
Agreed. No, that was
Thanks for spending all those hours figuring out exactly how this works.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
So that
Yeah,
we
thanks,
can be
Polly.
Like, wait, what do I do?
yeah, I certainly don't have it all figured out at all. But the cool thing about Fantasy Grounds that we will probably encounter quite a bit is that a lot of the stuff that I might not know how to do, we can just do it manually. Like, oh, you're supposed to get an additional D4 of damage. Just roll a D4, and then I'll add whatever that is to the damage. Like, it's pretty nice that there's so much left up to us. But
Yes, I like it.
yeah. Very cool, you guys. You still gotta escape this place.
Paul was worried. He's like, what if you guys just blow through this whole
I
thing?
thought you were
that I
gonna
made?"
blow through this in one session.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys, this is gonna take forever. Yeah. Oh, it's so
Great.
exciting. That's awesome. Okay, cool.
Sorry.
Good shit.
Yeah, that was dope.
All right.
Great characters, everyone.
I'm gonna end
Yeah,
You
I'm
too,
so
man.
excited to
Seriously.
get to know you guys better.
Oh yeah.